Join us for an inspiring conversation. This is the Evolution Show. You were the first in the world actually to have your Einride truck, the T-Pod, on a public strip of road. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's been one of our ambitions when we started this, is to be the first to apply autonomous electric trucks on public road. And that's something we accomplished in May this year. And it's also was great fun that we got also the recognition. I think that it was a weird experience to be headlines news on BBC together with the Sudan conflict and Trump, of course. And then we were one of these 3 stories. So that was a great day for both Einride and as me as a founder of the company, and also be seen there and show that we can actually make that happen.
Total carbon dioxide emissions, we're putting out about 43 billion tons of carbon dioxide.
Yeah.
And from the science, we have a pretty good idea, with a bit of uncertainty, but a pretty good idea of how much carbon dioxide we can put in the atmosphere from all of our activities if we want to stay below 2 degrees centigrade. And when you link those two together, actually what we're doing now, every year we're making it much more difficult because we're not controlling our emissions. So it's what we do this year and next year and the year after. But within 5 years from now, if we've done nothing at all, then we've pretty much knocked any chance of 2 degrees centigrade.
And aviation is really, really growing. So it's on this exponential growth curve, which is mainly fueled by the fact that 80% of the world's population has never set foot in a plane, and when they become a part of the global middle class or so, they will adopt the sort of Western ways of living. So I think we have a really opportunity for when the new markets develop, that they can be sort of going straight for electrification would be the dream. So kind of like how the cell phone became the first phone in many parts of the world. They never had landlines. I hope that electric aviation will be the sort of cell phone for transportation.
And we have a good example that we tend to forget in Rotterdam in Netherlands. There has been fully driverless vehicles operating for more than 10 years now. Yes, they do operate on their own lanes. There are some low fences. It is possible for people to cross, so the vehicles can handle people jumping in front of them, or they can handle some level of mixed traffic. They're operating on their own lanes, because when they started to operate 12 years ago or something like that, it was not even on the table that the driverless vehicles could operate on public streets, which has become now. But they have been operating for a long time now. They are the only public transport line in Europe that has black figures, that the operator can earn money from, really. I think they have 8 buses, and one operating taking care of those 8 buses. And that operator has also learned to play the piano during work hours because he has so little to do.
Tell us a little bit what you're holding in your hand.
Yes.
Here. What's that?
That's a smoker, and it's a kind of telling the bees that we are coming now, that we want to check their beehive. But the thing is working like, as you're simulating a big fire in the wood. The bees are smelling the smoke, and they believe that now is a fire coming. So they will try to get a lot of honey into their stomachs, och to can start again after the fire.
Yeah, they get calm. They get calmer.
Yes, the honey does them calm.
Yeah.
But
it's like us. We eat, we feel better.
Yes, if we take 2 or 3 beers.
Yeah,
maybe
exactly.
you are going to be
like
calm.
Like a true
also.
German or Swede, for that matter.